Hello everyone, good morning. Vince Abitatoda here. I woke up this morning to find Etsy down 15%. And then the whole market really is being dragged down, especially tech and crypto, and it really irks me. I just got out of Peloton. I know I just made a video talking about how I was hanging on with Peloton mainly because I probably went up 200% last year on Peloton, and but it hasn't been performing well this year. I wanted to give it a little bit of loyalty, mainly because I knew if I sold I would have to incur huge capital gains on the double up at 200% that I gained. So I was like, well, let's hang in there, but it had gone down about another 100%. So in the end, I had only doubled my money by the time I sold. I put a sell order that night. I looked at my phone at the news, and I saw that Peloton, like some lawyer, had filed a class action lawsuit in New York City against Peloton on behalf of the investors for not disclosing or recalling about the kid getting slid under their bike, not bike, but somebody get what I'm talking about. So I was like, ay. So I put a sell order. I sold it at $98, and I was able to get in. I guess the sell order came in first thing in the morning, sold it at 98. Immediately went down 15%. I was walking around all proud of myself. I avoided that 15% drop because it kept going down. Eventually, you gotta pull the plug on some things. Peloton, a lot of people have said it's a little faddish. Plus, you have the injuries caused by the treadmill, and you have the lawsuits, and we're in a part of time where it's just the products is not really selling. I tried to buy Peloton; they were too backed up. But anyway, maybe around the holidays it'll pick back up. But I just don't see consumer confidence and investor confidence going back into Peloton like it used to be before. Matter of fact, Fox Business and a lot of, and I watch all of them, not just Fox, but I'm just saying, like, they were pushing Peloton hard. And that is always really weird. Do you ever notice on these investing channels, they always have a guest that is either the CEO or an executive of the same companies that you see commercials on that channel for? You think that's an accident? No. Once you're paying money to have your commercial for your company on those networks, then they call you as a guest. I don't know. Very fishy. Comunque, the Etsy debacle. Etsy was funny because I bought it last year, before really anybody was making a big fuss about it. Recently, Zacks, the ranking, that takes into account all the different analysts and stuff, put like a strong buy on it, like it was everybody's analyst's favorite. Well, we just recently got the earnings report. Oh, hey, the cat is climbing up the damn. You can't leave the cat away out of the porch. She wants to come over. Anyway, the damn Etsy. What was I saying? Well, the damn report came out. The earnings report was coming out, and I guess it was strong, but it wasn't as strong as the analysts had thought. And so it went down 15%. The 15% I saved from Peloton, it went down today. Everything else is red too. But it's that 15% that kind of irks me. The problem with these damn analysts is the moment the analyst says it's a strong buy, sometimes, especially the Zacks, the big ones, it's time to leave. Sometimes. Really, the most money I've made has never been listening to analysts. It's been going off your own gut. What is your gut? Your gut is a feeling that everybody else probably has. Everybody wants to feel like they're unique. Like, oh, I'm this special person. But the reality is that you're just like millions of people. Millions of people are probably thinking and doing the same thing that you're doing when it comes to thinking about the market and thinking about companies and reading and looking at things. So your impulses are probably very similar. So if you want to be a little bit more unique, your uniqueness could be in the fact that you're aware of how ununique you are. So you can be counterintuitive and think about, oh, I feel like doing this. This is probably how other people do, so maybe I'll do the opposite. Or I feel like more people are going to be investing in this, and you try to catch it before it happens. This is Etsy. Etsy is a seriously strong buy. It's going to continue to do really well. But when you have these analysts that push for it so hard, it does sometimes become overvalued because people are flooding into it. They're inflating it by talking about it, by saying, oh, strong buy. So by the time you see the strong buy, everybody's already in, and then the analysts change and say, just buy or hold, and then it just scales back right before earnings, even if the earnings are good. You see what I'm saying here? It's the FOMO. Just like BTC comes in, $100 per Bitcoin. You're like, I don't know, it's crypto money. BTC 500, I don't know, maybe I'll talk to the wife. 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, then BTC 30,000. Okay, then you hit up Vince and you're like, listen, how do I invest? I'm like, Madai, figure it out yourself. It's ridiculous, you know, but that's the feeling. Does that mean you can't trail performance? See, that's everything is contradictory because sometimes you can't. Really, the best indicator of future performance is previous performance. But you got to use your head and know when previous performance is going to continue forward. People often get in too late on the good things, but you know, I've jumped on things that were up, they were on their way up, and rode them up. Look at Tesla, look at Amazon, look at Apple. These are huge stocks that in companies and things that have gone up and up and up, and then you could have gone in at any point, you could have rode it up and outperformed the market by a great margin. Same thing with crypto. So it's better to get in than not get in on certain stocks as long as you feel like they have really big potential. I mean, I'm telling you, if I could go back in time, I would have invested more, pulled maybe a little bit more out of tech, and went into airlines and stuff and banks at the beginning of the year. But at the same time, now that everybody's going to go back into tech, you watch. So long-term holding is the best strategy, especially when you have capital gains that you're going to incur if you sell. So I don't know. I just wanted to throw those out there. Stay strong out there when you're trading. Don't let FOMO get to you. In days when you have like this, where things drop 15%, this is when you really want to hold. You know, I don't get conflicting information. I say, well, the Etsy hold, the Peloton, you get out though, and it's still 15%. But it's your perspective on it. It's your perspective on the market. And don't hold on too much to what people say, especially the big analysts and the big companies and Zacks and this and whoever says this is a good buy. You got to be aware that you know, crypto and companies and stocks, they don't fluctuate based on revenue projections as much as user sentiment. And the user sentiment is mostly derived by analysts' rankings and ratings. So I don't know, that's all I got for now. I'm gonna go back inside and take care of this damn cat that's freaking out inside. Thank you guys for watching. As always, buy red and sell green.